It is exactly 8:36 a.m. Welcome back. News and Views with me, Julie Ali, right here on Salam Media. Our next guest is no stranger to the airwaves. We've talked to her often enough on radio, and she runs an amazing space for children of all ages. They're based out at Constitution Law Hill in Braamfontein. It is called Play Africa, and she's here to talk about something really amazing as far as this space is concerned, or rather, Play Africa is concerned. She is Gretchen Wilson Prangley, and I'm so very pleased to be talking with her this morning. Gretchen, good morning. Welcome to the program, and so nice to be talking with you yet once again.
It's so great to be here and with your audience, Julie. Thank you so much for having me.
Great news. Congratulations. I understand that Play Africa has won an amazing award. What is it all about?
Sure. So Play Africa, which, as you mentioned, is an education makerspace and children's museum based at Constitution Hill in Johannesburg, was last week named one of the most impactful and scalable education innovators in the world. So we are really thrilled by this recognition, which was given to us by 100, which is a nonprofit organization based in Finland. And they specialize in evaluating education innovations around the world. And they went through and they looked at more than 2,657 innovators in education globally and chose Play Africa as one of the top 100 education solutions around the world, really as a beacon, specifically of how to bridge education gaps that we know are growing amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're really, really honored and thrilled for this recognition, and believe it's really thanks to our incredible families and children and schools and networks that we work with, as well as our amazing partners that fund us, like Rand Merchant Bank and other corporates and global partners around the world.
So, Gretchen, for those people who are hearing about Play Africa for the first time, give us some background. Tell us for how long you have been in operation, and who and how can they access your facility and services for their schools and their communities.
Absolutely. So Play Africa started really with an idea in early 2013 that grew to a formal organization in 2014 and really started active dynamic programming in 2016. And what we are is something that we've spoken about before. We're called a children's museum. Now, most people, when they hear about a children's museum, they kind of think we're talking about a history of children or something. But really, children's museums actually exist around the world, and they're really places designed to educate children in an informal way outside of school environments in the ways that children we know learn. And you know that neuroscience over the past few decades has really shown that play is fundamental to children's way of learning. So we are effectively a play museum, and our core audience is children. And the kinds of work that we do, range of programs that we've developed over the last few years, really cover a broad range of different kinds of play that are linked to real learning outcomes. So those could be in science, technology, engineering, and maths. It could be around creative arts. It can be around active citizenship and how do we foster creative thinking in our democracy here in South Africa. So our programs use play to help children come together and learn in developmentally appropriate ways. We also do a lot of programs with educators in terms of educator training and support, and parent support as well. We also do a lot of advocacy for children in how to make cities more playful and child-friendly, because we know that our public spaces are also places where children learn and need to be nurtured and kept safe. So we do a lot of work to advocate for children's rights in the public sphere. And as you mentioned, we're based at Constitution Hill in Johannesburg. And prior to COVID, we were open 5 days a week with regular hours where people could make field trips as a school or could come as a family visit. Of course, with COVID, that was really reconsidered, and we've done a lot of programs with our program partners all around Johannesburg and Gauteng and increasingly across the country. But if you want to find out more about us, you can go to our website, which is playafrica.org.za. And on there, you can find some free resources that no matter where you are, even if you can't come to us in central Johannesburg, you can find some resources, including digital storytelling with traditional African tales, downloadable resources for families to use. We have science at home, activity packs that you can do science experiments at home with your children using everyday materials. There's just a range of resources, and that's going to be fleshed out, especially over the next year as we add more and more resources to that digital platform.
Okay, so Gretchen, what about school teachers and principals and possibly even occupational therapists that are listening to us this morning? Because I do believe that a big part of what they do, you guys could talk and further enhance children's learning experience. So if they would like to access the services you offer or just upskill themselves to better service the learners, do they have to come to you, or would you go out to the different schools? How does it actually work? And are there costs involved?
Yes. So it's a great question. And so, like you mentioned, principals and teachers, we have partnered with more than 245 schools and ECD centers and community groups and aftercare programs in the last few years. And so we have great relationships, but we're always looking for new partners. And there are definite ways that you can send us your information online on our website. So you can send us information if you'd like to come and visit us at Constitution Hill, but we also have a section if you'd like us to come and visit your community. Now, of course, that all does require resources, and we really strive to try to bridge opportunity gaps so that we try to ensure that the ability to pay is not an issue to accessing Play Africa services. To do that, of course, we rely on donations from corporates, from foundations, from trusts. We really use those resources to help us reach children who otherwise wouldn't have access to this kind of service. And that's really what's fueled a lot of our work in terms of our community partnerships over the last few years, and especially amid COVID, where we've brought science programs to schools across greater Gauteng. We've recently launched our new dinosaur dig exhibition in rural Eastern Cape, a site of a real dinosaur dig where children could learn about paleontology and sciences. And we brought that recently to Constitution Hill. So that program is currently running, and we do have a long waiting list. But if you'd like to be on the list for as we extend our dates, the best way to do that is to reach out to us via our website and let us know you heard us on Salam Media and you'd like to get involved and then come visit us or have us come visit you.
Absolutely. Very quickly, Gretchen, what does this award mean for Play Africa?
Well, it's a huge honor because we join 100 education innovators globally who are really leading the way and thinking a lot about how do we bridge opportunity gaps and bring new ways of thinking about education in an increasingly complex world. So on the first hand, it's really about that global network that we've been able to join, but it also is a real stamp of endorsement by really trusted and professional evaluators who've been able to assess our offering and to be able to determine that this is truly a high impact initiative. And we hope that that will help generate new interest in funders here in South Africa as well as around the world. One of the things that I'm surprised by is that we are oftentimes referenced globally in global education platforms. And we're also very well known in the communities that we serve, especially in and around Johannesburg, central Johannesburg, in the communities that walk to us at Constitution Hill. And funny enough, we're not always as well known in between those areas, either on the ground in and around Hillbrow and Yeoville and Berea and central Johannesburg, and then all the way up to platforms in Helsinki, Finland, who know about our work and are very excited about giving us awards. But we'd really love to find our way to get to know more and more South Africans across the board who really can learn about what we have to offer and think about ways that the resources that we offer, the free resources that we offer, can be leveraged in their own communities.
Well, many congratulations on your amazing award. Obviously, it's taken you to the next level and you are now globally recognized. So proud and pleased for you guys. Keep on the great work, and it was really nice talking to you.
Oh, it's always great speaking with you, and I'm happy to come back anytime. Really, thank you so much, and thanks to your audience as well.
That was Gretchen Wilson-Prangley, CEO of Play Africa, talking about the amazing work they've been doing over the past years and finally being recognized by winning this award. 8:46 exactly. When we get back from our ad break, we'll be talking with a visitor. Well, when I say a visitor, he is a Canadian residing in Canada. He is of Yemeni descent and is in South Africa to talk about politics in Yemen and also about the book he's written. So it's all about peace initiatives in Yemen. Stand by for that interview after the ad break.
Every 60 seconds,